We're just a couple of days away from the new Pokemon Presents, which is so hype. I cannot wait. We have been waiting a long time for this. But first of all, what's crazy about this specific Pokemon Presents is that we actually got this thing announced like 2 months ago, which is not common. Like, it's very uncommon for Game Freak, Nintendo, Pokemon to like announce a Pokemon Presents this far ahead of time, which I think is a pretty big deal because that could mean that they're trying to, produce more hype for a bigger reveal. There could be some big reveals in this Pokemon Present. Today, we're going to go over my wish list and predictions, what I think they're going to announce, and some things I would just love for them to announce. You know what I'm saying? Like, just some things that I absolutely would die and freak out if they dropped an announcement for. My previous video talked about like why I think this is gonna be a big Pokemon Presents, so this video is literally more so just my like wish list and predictions and stuff like that. Okay, so let's talk about ZA first. Obviously, Pokemon Legends ZA is the biggest thing about this Pokemon Presents. Well, maybe there could be something else, but I think it's going to be ZA, more specifically the Mega Evolutions. I think the Mega Evolution side of things is going to be crazy for this Pokemon Presents. I really do think that they're going to give us a brand new trailer with the brand new Mega Evolutions to the game. We're getting apparently 26 brand new Mega Evolutions. Some of them seem really awesome. Some of them don't seem that cool, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. I have made a lot of videos about, the new Mega Evolutions, so if you want to check them out on my channel, it's very easy to find, just like scroll through some of my videos. But those leaks have been out for a while now. Like, we've known about that for a couple of months now. Like, I want to say since like February, maybe. I don't know. It's been a long time. But yeah, I'm expecting like a big 5 to 10 minute, hopefully longer trailer, mainly because it's a Pokemon Presents. So it's like, I would rather have a big trailer for Pokemon Presents and then some more smaller trailers sprinkled out until the game actually releases in October. This game is coming out in just a couple of months, which does mean we're going to be getting more trailers before the game comes out. Like, this is not going to be the last trailer for Pokemon Legends ZA. The other trailers that we're going to get probably won't be huge, but they're still going to be really interesting. I think any trailer for Pokemon Legends ZA is going to be interesting just because of the fact that it's like, this is such a unique and out-of-the-box Pokemon game, and I personally want to play this game so bad. I think it's going to be pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to it, and I've said this once, and I'll say it again. I'm not upset that this game is taking place in just the city, just in Lumio City specifically, because of the fact that, this is not going to happen probably ever again for another Pokemon game, and if it does, it won't be for a while, like a long time. And I also made a video about, like, that new TCG set, like the physical TCG set, not the TCG Pocket app, but there's going to be apparently a new Mega Evolution set coming out. It's like, I think that's also why they're going to reveal the new Mega Evolutions for this Pokemon Presents. I just can't imagine them announcing the new Mega Evolutions not during a Pokemon Presents, you know what I'm saying? Because I know Game Freak and Pokemon Nintendo, they randomly release things sometimes. Like Splatoon Raiders, I know that's not related to Pokemon. They literally randomly announced that game on a Tuesday or something like that, just out of nowhere, which was crazy. So that's why I'm like, okay, they could totally reveal the new Mega Evolutions later, but I think that this is the time, especially since all the leaks have come out already and we already pretty much know them. Hopefully the leaks are legit. I don't know, we're gonna see. I promise I'm not gonna only talk about Legends ZA for this video, but I'm just starting with ZA because I think there's a lot to talk about with this game specifically, and then I'm gonna move on to all the other games that I think they could potentially maybe announce. So I do think we're going to see more Switch 2 ZA stuff. Like, the game is going to be the same on the Switch 1 and the Switch 2, other than the fact that the Switch 2 version is going to be 60 FPS, it's going to be 4K, it's going to look and play better, but, there's going to be no additional features. It's going to be the exact same game, so you're not going to be missing out on much if you have a Switch 1 version only and not the Switch 2 version. But I do think that the gameplay that they're going to show is going to be Switch 2. And the reason why is because, we have seen a little bit of Switch 2. We have like that 20-second trailer for the Switch 2 for Legends ZA. But here's the thing. That was kind of like before the Switch 2 was like really out. Now the Switch 2 has been out for over a month, which is absolutely insane. But now that the Switch 2 is out, they don't really have to hide any like performance, gameplay, or just anything with the Switch 2. So I could totally see them dropping a whole trailer that's all Switch 2, which may not be the best marketing tactic because people are going to have the Switch 1, they're going to be looking at this trailer and it's going to be like, okay, why is this so smooth? And, on the Switch 1, it's not going to be as smooth as the Switch 2, but I don't know. I could just totally see them giving us more Switch 2 gameplay now that they don't have to hide anything Switch 2 related. The trailer, I think, is going to be a fully narrated trailer. I think it's going to expand on what we already know. Like, I think it's going to expand on Quasartico, maybe some of the other characters, like maybe more about what AZ is doing, Urbane or Tani, maybe, probably just expanding on some of the current storyline and plots that we kind of already picked up on. I think they've been doing a pretty good job at like not specifically like spoiling all of the storyline in the game. Like, yet. So like everything is still a mystery. Like we still really don't know everything about the game, which I like. I want to still wait for, you know, the game to come out before I know the storyline. You know what I'm saying? But I also could imagine like maybe more Zia Royale stuff, maybe seeing some of the rogue mega evolutions that we're apparently going to be getting. But we're going to see. I also think they're going to announce some new characters, maybe even returning characters such as like Sycamore, maybe Lysander could come back, maybe other like people from Team Flare, just random people from other different regions could also just reappear on the trailer. I don't know about Detective Looker though. I could totally see Detective Looker coming back for this game, but there's also a huge possibility that he's not going to come back for this game. Detective Looker has been in a lot of Pokemon games, first of all, but the reason why I kind of don't think he's going to come back is because Emma is in this game, so it's like, you know, Emma is the replacement for Looker, basically. So if Looker does come back, it's going to be a very small role, but I could totally see them maybe announcing even other brand new characters that we've never seen before, and other returning characters, and maybe new pieces of the story. So like not only expanding on the story that we do know, I could also see them just giving us like new little plot details here and there.
And also guys, I have a really big announcement to tell you guys. So I'm doing a giveaway with Nintendo, the other PokeTuber, for two $25 Nintendo eShop gift cards. So to enter to win, go to our Discord server, which is in the link down below. Subscribe to both of our channels, Nintendo and my channel, Fundores. And within our Discord server, there's a little chat where you can send a screenshot, you know, of subscribing to us. That way we can enter you into the giveaway, and that we know that we have a good, easy way to contact you. Because if you're going to win, you have to have a good way for us to contact you. So that's why it's in the Discord server. The giveaway is going to end when I reach 30K and when Nintendo reaches 20K subscribers.
Okay, I want to move on to Pokemon Champions. I think we're going to get the official release date and more about the game. I'd guess we'll probably get like a 2-minute trailer, maybe a 3-minute trailer for the Pokemon Champions game, which looks really cool. You're going to be able to play this game on the phone and your Switch, which is pretty interesting to me. I think this game is going to be pretty big. It seems really hype. It seems more like competitive based, which I think is really cool, and I think a lot of people are actually going to really enjoy. I'm definitely hyped for Pokemon Champions. I think we're going to see like more about what the game really like thoroughly is, but hopefully the release date gets announced, and hopefully the game doesn't come out in like, you know, a year or two. I would imagine maybe early 2026 would be kind of cool, or maybe like later this year, like November or December, but I would probably imagine Pokemon Champions would release early 2026, like maybe January or even February, who knows. Okay, moving on to another big one that's kind of unlikely, but a lot of people online, including myself, really would want this to happen. I want to see a Generation 10 reveal only for the name. I don't want to see gameplay, don't want to see screenshots. I literally just want to see the name of the game. You know, the current fan given name is Pokemon Wind and Wave, which does actually kind of seem pretty accurate to what the game is actually going to be called. Like, it's going to be a Greek-based region apparently, and I just want to see the official announcement of the name. And the reason why I think that is because, you know, they announced this Pokemon Presents 2 months ahead of time. I know that they're probably going to save this for Pokemon Day, which is obviously the day where we have the bigger announcements, which Pokemon Day is in 2026. It's going to be February 2026. So I feel like if we don't get that Gen 10 reveal, this Pokemon Presents, it's 100% going to happen the next time. I'm just kind of hoping we get the name revealed, and then, you know, February rolls around and then we'll get just the gameplay footage trailer of the game itself. We're living in a crazy time where games are getting leaked so far ahead of time, so far in advance, and, you know, we just got to get some of these things dropped officially just so those leaks don't continue to roll out. But I feel like there is a big possibility of the Generation 10 name being leaked before it even is announced. So that's why I kind of hope they just drop it for this Pokemon Presents. Just give us that name, Game Freak. Moving on to the next thing. I've wanted this for years. So have you guys. I know probably every single one of you guys want this. I want a Pokemon collection game. Whether it's like Pokemon Gen 1 through 3 on like, you know, the eShop or like the Nintendo Switch Online service. I would prefer the eShop because I don't want to pay for the Switch Online service. I just pay for the cheaper one so I could use like the online services, but not so I can, you know, play like the virtual console type of things. But I would want this game to be on the eShop or a physical release. Like, imagine a Pokemon collection game, even with Generation 1 through 4. I think Generation 4 is old enough now where they could kind of classify that as like, you know, one of the classic Pokemon games. So I would love Generation 1 through 4 just as like a remaster type of thing on a Pokemon collection physical copy, because physical collecting is awesome. I love seeing it on the shelf. And then, you know, not only that, they could also just release it digitally for the people that don't want a physical copy. This is definitely something I think they're going to do eventually. I feel like they have to release at least Gens 1 through 3 onto the Switch eventually. I cannot believe they never did it for the Switch 1. I think the Switch 2 is the console where they're going to finally do that. You know, we're getting Pokemon Colosseum, Gale of Darkness, which are the GameCube games, on the Switch Online service. So it's like, okay, now we know we can get some more Pokemon games, at least older Pokemon games, I mean. So I'm excited for that, and I would love to see that. But I feel like they could also potentially save this even for Pokemon Day once again, because next year is the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, which is pretty huge. So that's why I'm like, okay, maybe for the 30th anniversary, they're going to ball out and announce a Pokemon collection game with Gen 1 through 4. Who knows? Maybe even Gen 1 through 5. Probably not, though. That's definitely unlikely. But speaking of Gen 5, I would love to see something Black and White related, like a Generation 5 remake, which is going to happen. But I am not certain on this. Like, I'm not going to bet that they're gonna announce anything Black and White related. Remember, this is just my wish list, guys. This is just what I would love to see. I would just love so much if they could announce the Black and White remakes, but once again, this would probably be something they would announce for a Pokemon Day presents, because it's a pretty big deal. I don't think that the Black and White remakes are going to come out anytime soon. I feel like they're probably going to be 2028 releases, and here's the reason why. 2026, let's say Generation 10 comes out. 2027, Generation 10 DLC, and then 2028, I think, is going to be the Black and White remake. So we're still a couple years out, in my opinion, from the Black and White remakes. But so for that reason, we probably actually won't even get this announcement for another 2 years or so. Who knows? I can hope, though. You know what would be awesome too is if we had a Switch 2 ZA version, like a Switch 2 console special edition. You know, Cardinal, very talented 3D rendering artist. He created this picture of a Switch 2 ZA version, which, oh my gosh, bro, give me this now. Give me this now. I would love to see it. I know a lot of people would too. I think they're definitely going to announce something with the TCG Pocket app, probably a new expansion, maybe even with some new Mega Evolutions, because we know we're getting the physical card set with new Mega Evolutions, so one can only imagine that they're going to do the same exact thing for the Pocket app. It'd be kind of crazy if they didn't, you know, announce that, but I think it's going to happen. Definitely some Pokemon Go stuff. I don't really know what the heck they could possibly add to Pokemon Go anymore. I still be playing Pokemon Go all the time, though. I play it pretty passively, though. You know, I'm not like a diehard Pokemon Go person where, like, I go out anymore. But, dude, that summer when Pokemon Go came out, that was one summer to live. Let me tell you what. I would love to see a new Johto game, too. Maybe, like, some sort of, like, Johto remaster or something like that, which is not probably going to happen. I kind of doubt it. But we need to go back to the Johto region. It's going to happen eventually, guys. Eventually, we're going to get the new Johto game, like a new remake, maybe just some sort of like new legend style game, or even there is that new secret kind of game that I think we got leaked from the Terra leak, which, guys, there may be another Terra leak right upon us, just letting you guys know, hopefully, but that's not confirmed, so I don't know anything, guys. But there was like a secret like kind of game that's not a Legends game, that's not a new generation, but it's a mainline Pokemon game. I'm like, okay, what if it's some sort of like mainline spin-off and it could be a Johto game, because we have not been back to the Johto region, I think, since Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which we need to go back now. As well as that, I would love to see a new original spin-off game. You know, like Mystery Dungeon, for example, or like Pokemon Rumble Blast or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see some new original spin-off games for Pokemon that are like really fun, because some of the spin-off games are kind of boring, low-key. So I would love to see a new really cool original spin-off Pokemon game. And by the way, guys, Legends games are mainline games. They're not spin-off games, which is really awesome. I could also just imagine, you know, they're going to announce some random mobile app updates for, you know, Pokemon Sleep, or like, you know, whatever the other random Pokemon apps that there are. Maybe stuff about the anime, maybe some Pokemon Concierge information, like maybe a new season of that. But anyways, let me know what you guys want to see from this Pokemon Presents. What do you guys expect to see? And there are definitely things that I just forgot to mention during this video. Like, I know when I watch this video back, or like finish editing, or like have this video completely updated, I'm gonna be like, no way I forgot to mention this or that. So I want to hear what you guys have to think, though, because this Pokemon Presents is just a couple of days away. And reminder, I'm going to be live with Nintendo, the other Poketuber. We're going to go live together for the Pokemon Presents. We're going to be talking all about it. It's going to be so hype. I cannot wait for that. So make sure to turn on those post notifications and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that live stream, because we're going to be watching it live in real time with the viewers. It's going to be so sick. But thank you so much for watching this far in the video. If you are a real one watching this far in the video, comment down below car, just the word car, just to confuse the people that aren't watching this far in the video. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Once again, let me know what you want to see with this Pokemon Presents. But yeah, have a safe, fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. See you in the next one. Peace.